and thank you all for coming out. First of all, I would just like to apologize in advance if I seem to be staring at you. I may not be the most attractive man with bulging eyes and a stub nose, but I am in fact the most decorated philosopher ever to live. I'm here today in my home city, Athens, Greece, to talk to you about my philosophical beliefs. I believe that wisdom and ignorance are parallel, and I draw a clear line between those two things. I was born in Athens approximately 470, 469 BC. My father was a stonemason and my mother was a midwife. I had a basic Greek education, and I grew up thinking that I would follow in my father's footsteps into masonry. I worked as a stonemason for a few years until I was drafted into the army. That's when some of my philosophical beliefs began to bloom. I was known for my bravery and fearlessness in the army, and I saved a general during the time that I served. I served in the armored infantry from when I was 18 until I was let go. After being in the army, I began to study philosophy. I was unable to support my family nor my three sons, Lamprocoles, Sophroniscus, and Menexenus, and I generally believe that if one doesn't have a successful marriage, then they should become a philosopher. With my obtained philosophical knowledge that I received from past experiences, I know that I'm the wisest man because I understand that I'm not wise at all. My understanding is that wisdom and ignorance are parallel to each other. To be wise, you must know that you are not the wisest. To think you are, that is ignorance. Ultimate wisdom comes from knowing oneself, not knowing everything. I've never written anything, and I'm one of the most well-known philosophers in the world. And instead, people write about me. When I lecture my students, I don't talk about things I know, but rather topics I know nothing about. I ask questions to my students instead of teaching them, because wisdom is achieved through a process of inquiry. And the key to wisdom is knowing oneself. And I'm the wisest of the land because I know who I am, and I'm not the smartest, most knowledgeable person. I like to go to the city market and talk to people, old and young, about my beliefs, and ask them questions about theirs. Because wisdom is achieved through a process of inquiry, and I learn from them, while they learn from me. Athens is my second classroom, and I like to teach my students about how the only true wisdom is knowing you know. In conclusion, wisdom and ignorance are parallel things, because true wisdom is knowing you know nothing, while ignorance is thinking that you know not everything, but you don't. Even though they are parallel because they seem so similar, but they will never intersect. I'm the wisest person because I know that I'm not wise, but I know I'm intelligent because I know that I know nothing at all, and I own that. I am Socrates, the most ignorant, foolish, ugly, unintelligent, and wise man in the world. Thank you.